Hello guys, I'm going to my new YouTube video for today, and because of Copa, this video is for all ages. Alright, let's go. So, today's topic will be about one of my favorite childhood video games of all time for the Xbox and PlayStation 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original. Now this video is going to be like a nostalgic train ride, so tickets are free for any of you guys who are older than me. I'm 23. If you're older or my age who you played the original Battlefront 2, then nostalgic memories will come. Anyways, how did I learn about Star Wars Battlefront 2? Well, when I was a kid, about like in junior high, when I was like 12 or like 11, I don't remember. I went to my step cousin's house. Well, my aunt's house, but my step cousin comes in. He has a room with an Xbox, the original Xbox. And then he told me like, "Oh, hey Miguel, do you wanna play some games?" And then I was like, "Sure." So first we played Spider-Man 2, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool, you know." And I have it for my GameCube. I think he was like, "Oh, like now let's play some Star Wars," and then I was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm a huge Star Wars fan." And Battlefront 2, he put on the disc, turned it on, and I was introduced to one of the best freaking Star Wars games of all time. And this is gonna be where the nostalgic train leaves. That game is my childhood, you guys, as many of you guys who watch this video. I really like that game. Like, the thing that I like is that, like, you actually feel like you're in a battlefield, duh, and you can choose between the Empire or the Rebel Alliance. And I remember the first time I played it with my step cousin, split screen, 2 player mode with the big fat controllers. What the heck, Microsoft? And I remember that we were in Coruscant. He was Rebels and I was Empire. And then um we were again in the map of Coruscant, and I remember that he was the clones and I was the droids, super battle droids. By the way, I really like playing as the super battle droids or the normal droids. The battle droids. Those guys are freaking dumber than freaking stormtroopers. Anyway, um, we all know that when you get like a certain kill streak, you can unlock a new character, and then it would say like on my screen, oh, you can now play as Darth Maul, and like left yes or right no. And I remember that like when I said yes and I turned into Darth Maul, I didn't really know how to play as a Jedi because it was like my first day I played it, and I would just freaking spam like the attack button while running, and I would just go like this, like with the double-sided lightsaber that he has, and then I would just go like towards the clones, and I would just be like killing them, and then my cousin was like, "Whoa, dude, calm down, like stop spamming the attack button." So if I remember correctly, my other favorite map when I first played it was Hoth. I really love Hoth. If you guys didn't know, my favorite maps or planets from Star Wars are Hoth, Endor, Yavin, the forest moon of Yavin, and Kashyyyk. I'm a real sucker for forest-based planets or maps. So, again, I was the Empire and he was the Rebels. And I remember the first time I got to an AT-AT, all-terrain terrestrial, no, armed transport, all-terrain armed transport, AT-AT. And I was just like, pew, 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 like, shooting the lasers from the side cannons from the transport. And I remember that we played that map again, and we just switched sides of the rebels. And what I really like about the battlefields is that it's kind of like free roaming a bit. You can just do whatever the heck you want, but they give you like a counter, like return to the battlefield. And I remember correctly that I was just like cruising with the snow speeder, just like firing at the snow troopers, and I was just like cruising around, defeating the AT-ATs. Oh my god, nostalgic. I know that some people don't really like how like the new Battlefront 2. Well, now it's got better with more content, but first when it came out, it was like super like like crappy. Oops, dumb. I mean dumb. Sorry about that. And that's not really like a bad word. Anyway, um, like people will blame the original players as like the only reason why you hate the new Battlefront 2 is because of nostalgic reasons, freaking boomers. And like whether or not like now the new Battlefront 2 is better, but I will always enjoy the original Battlefront 2. Anyway, next stop. Uh, Years later, in Mexico, like many years later, my cousin had the slim PS2, and he bought the game pirated because in Mexico they pirate games, and he bought Battlefront 2. So we played it, and then I was like, oh yeah, I've played Star Wars before. Like I used to play it at my aunt's house with my step cousin. Because I remember that day when I played it with my step cousin, I had a sleepover, so that was a really good day. I slept until 1 a.m. I'm a rebel. Just kidding. Nah. Anyway, um, when I played it on the PS2, it still felt like the Xbox, but just like different controls. Like not different controls in game, but just like big fat controllers to slimmer ones. And what I really enjoy about the game is the Starfighter Assault, cruising around space as an X-wing or a Vulture droid or the gunship from the clones or a TIE fighter. And my favorite one, Jedi Starfighters from Episode 3. I really like those ships. They look so freaking fancy and they're really fast and they just look awesome to me. It might not be the best ship, but I like it. Anyway, what I really like is that you can just like cruise around, defeat ships, or go inside the like the Star Destroyer or the droid ship. I don't know what it's called, but I think it's the one that General Grievous has, but I'm not quite sure. And you can just go inside there and freaking destroy the ship from the inside. Many fans who are older than me or my age who played the new Battlefront 2, they say that like, what the heck, EA? The original Battlefront 2, you can go inside the ships and blow them apart from the inside. Right here, you can. It's just from the outside. And I don't know, but again, the new Battlefront 2 has gone better. And like those freaking starfighter assaults. Like I will always tell my cousin like, oh let's do some like ground assault like on the map, like on Hoth, Endor, Kashyyyk, Geonosis. I think it had Camino. I'm not sure. And we would and after the maps, because you can choose the maps obviously like all maps or just some, and we will always only choose like 4 or 5 ground maps, and the rest of them just like Starfighter Assault with freaking either being the Empire or the clones. And for the ground maps, we just choose like get the posts and just kill until everyone from either side of the team dies. Oh, and Dagobah. Oh, and funny thing about the Dagobah game map is that like I said in the beginning of the video, I really liked when I'm Empire, I will always like playing as super battle droids, and I would just go like, brrr. And then one time I got Grievous, and again I would just like spam the attack button, and just freaking kill like the rebels. And also, I think I got Darth Vader once. Oh, and the other droids I like to play as are the droidicas. I don't know what they're called. Droidicas, destroyers. I just call them as a nickname, roach droids, because they kind of look like roaches, but just like in robot form. And I would just be like rolling around, like on the water and on the swamp, and just like pew 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 pew. Good times, guys. But I'm really glad that the new Battlefront 2 has gotten better, because I do remember that on the first time, like when it came out, really bad, like bad reviews, not really bad. But good thing that EA and DICE are getting more content on the game. And I hope you enjoyed my video, guys. And until next time, peace.